What's crackin', my crawdads? I am Samwise, this is Sierra Alpha Tango, and I am not 3 raccoons in a trench coat. Anyway, in an earlier video I discussed this. This is my homebrew hydration system. I made it when I was about, 13, 14. Basically, proper camelbacks at the time were too expensive for me to buy on my own, but I could get bits from hardware stores and outdoors shops and kind of cobble together a system that worked for me. I'll link to the video there, so that way you can follow up on it. Anyway, it's a fun assemblage of miscellanea that I've put together, and I really like it. This is my 3rd iteration of it. I've gone through different changes and modifications, added bits from different systems, done things to improve it, and I love it. But I have one complaint, and the complaint is this. This is a cap from a Nalgene bottle that I drilled a hole in, ran this brass, I think it's a gas line, elbow into with a hose barb on it, and then a little nipple on the back. And that was how all iterations of the system connected to this reservoir. Considering I made it for a couple of dollars, basically, I'm happy with it, but it has some issues. One, it's very heavy. This piece alone weighs almost 4 ounces, which brings the whole weight of this system up to 5 ounces. The other thing is it takes up a lot of space. That's almost 2 inches from this flange here. That's a lot of space, and I didn't notice it at first, but now that I'm taking my daughter out for hikes more often, I've found that this just digs right into my back. So that needs to change. And then the 3rd issue with it is certain formulations of brass aren't meant to handle potable water. They can leach different metals into the water. It can become toxic over time. So safety-wise, it's probably in my best interest to swap this out. To that end, I have a few things here to change things up a bit. This is an MSR conversion kit to turn one of their dromedary bags, like this, into a hydration reservoir. A few years ago, they did actually have a dromedary bag that had the hydration nipple built into it, and I didn't jump on it, and I wish I had. This is a cap, a line, and a bite valve with a thumb valve. Basically ready just to screw onto one of these things and go. The other issue that I'm going to be correcting is, you can get close enough, you can see there's traces of like minerals all over this quick connector. It sprung a leak. I bet what happened is most likely I took it to the Lost Coast, a grain of sand got in there, and then just the action of flipping this on and off, on and off, on and off for years has worn a channel into this valve, and it allows water through it. So I have a replacement thumb valve quick connector here too. The plan is basically get rid of everything. I'm going to keep the reservoir, I'm going to keep the bite valve and cap, and I'm going to keep what we call, the sleeve. The sleeve, we call it a baldus sleeve after one of my heroes. He was an older scout that I looked up to when I was a scout. Basically all it is just climbing rope, that flat climbing rope with an opening cut in it, and then the hose slid through it. It was an insulator before insulated sleeves were even a thing, and I really love it and I want to keep it. But really, look at this vinyl hose. It's so discolored. It's, good lord, it's probably about 19 years old at this point. So the hose has to go, the brass has to go, the cap has to go, the thumb valve quick connector has to go. But I'm keeping this. It's getting a new home, and then doing some upgrades. So stick. This new version should be lighter and much easier to clean. And thanks for tuning in and following along. I'm really happy to have this thing modified and improved and back up and running. It means a lot to me to have something that's been so successful to me continue on into another generation and have it continue to serve. I'm really not a person who likes to cast things aside. I like to stick with systems that work for me, and being able to modernize this one and make it lighter and more usable for me means a lot. So thank you. I'm glad you could be here to watch me revive a legend, and thank you for tuning in. If you would like to, feel free to press the like button, leave a comment, subscribe if you are unsubscribed. I appreciate you stopping by. Take care and seize the means of adventure, my friends.